you
think
know?
this is what we have to fix, right? This is what we have to fix. We can't continue to be strangers, and we can't get to know one another until we're honest with one another. We won't be able to get to know another truly until we're candid, until we're candid about what we feel, till we're candid about what we experience. We'll just continue to be another beard or another hijab in the masjid that we pass by. And that's not going to be how we create true brotherhood and how we create true sisterhood and how we create true community. These are hard times that we're living in. Everyone's going through major, major struggles. If you knew, what like, my story now, right? And this is just the tip of the iceberg of my story. There's so much more to it. This is just what I conveyed in an hour and a half on a Zoom call. But if you knew this level of detail about everybody here in this chat room, then when you saw that person falter, you wouldn't fault them. You would make excuses for them. You would say like, oh, miskeen, I know that because this person's going through that. You know, like I know Tony's family right now is going through major, major crisis with COVID. In fact, if we could all of us on this call could make dua for his family, his grandmother as well, who's I think 101. You said City is also has COVID, and he's got a brother-in-law who's actually in a coma right now from COVID. And so if we say that we're a community and we're really a community, that means we have to care about each other like we would as a family. Otherwise, we're not really going to be a community. We're just going to be faces on a screen or faces that we pass by in a mosque. And that won't happen until we get to know each other. So to get to know each other, we have to be honest with each other. But we can't be honest with each other until we're honest with ourselves first, right? We have to be honest with ourselves first, and then we can create community. And if we knew each other like at an intimate level, we would make excuses for a brother. The Prophet Muhammad said, make 70, he said to make 70 excuses for your brother when you see them falter. We're so quick to judge now. We're so quick to write people off. We block, delete, we cancel. This isn't how we create community. We are all going to falter. There's nothing you can do about it. You are going to make mistakes. I am going to make mistakes. The Prophet Muhammad told us that all of the children of Adam are prone to making mistakes. The best of them are those who make mistakes and call on Allah for forgiveness, right? We know that Allah has said that if his creation was perfect, he would destroy them and replace them with a creation that makes mistakes and calls on him for forgiveness. So we have to get over this holier than thou. Islam is for the righteous. No, Islam is for the wayward. Islam is for all of us. We don't want to talk about the truth about the seerah. We're afraid to be honest. We're afraid to say that Sayyidina Umar bin al-Khattab, radiallahu ta'ala anhu, one of the greatest companions of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu, somebody who, when he would walk down a path, the Prophet sallallahu said that shaitan would get scared and walk down a different path. This is somebody who the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu showed his place in the afterlife, showed him his place in Jannah. This is somebody who the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu said, if there was a prophet to come after me, it would have been Omar, radiallahu ta'ala anhu. This is who Sayyidina Omar was. How did Sayyidina Omar convert to Islam? How did he convert to Islam? What was he on his way to do? He was on his way to take the life of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu. That's what his intention was. That's why he showed up at the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu door. What greater crime is there than that? If that person who was about to create that crime can become the best of the companions of the Prophet ﷺ, then we have to stop faulting each other and picking on each other for the mistakes that we make. Most of us aren't intending to make mistakes. We're making mistakes because we just don't know the right way to do it. Or we know the right way and we haven't been given the capacity to do it. So we falter, and then we get up and then we falter. When your friend falls and they're laying on the floor, they don't need you to point to them and say, you fell. They know they fell. They need you to lift them up, hold them by the hand, dust them off and tell them it's going to be okay. And then later on say like, hey man, you got to watch where you're going. You're going to fall, right? Your friend who has vices that he can't get over, he doesn't need to be told it's haram. She knows that it's haram. They know. They haven't been given the power by Allah yet to get themselves rid of this thing. But you don't know if every night before they go to sleep, they say, oh Allah, please take this vice from me. Please take this vice from me. And you don't know that Allah, if Allah has just decreed them to have that, but is going to raise them up as if they didn't have any sin in that thing because of their sincerity and asking. To be a community, we have to come together. We have to. And we can't come together until we know about each other. And so I would say that please make these sessions, not lectures. Every convert, every heritage Muslim will tell you we're tired of being lectured at. We're tired. We don't need lectures. We need conversations. We need community. Sure, we need mentorship. All of us need mentorship. We can't make it without mentors. We can't make it without peers. Amarru ala dina akhi, right? A man is on the religion of his companions. We need good companions, but we have to be in this together. We really have to be on some Three Musketeers, all for one and one for all. And until we are, we're going to continue to be clashing and bashing heads as a community. We have to get to know each other. We have to accept each other. We have to hold each other to higher standards. We have to be the ones that are holding each other up. We have to be the ones that are lifting each other up. I don't see any other way forward for us. We've tried everything else. We've tried everything else. We've tried everything else. Now we need to try to come together as a community, as real brothers and sisters in Islam. And that